I'm going to explain to you the 3 things that you need to do when you feel down and out and you still have a lot to do. This is very important because it's the third pillar of the Freedom Mastery experience in the aspect of we're going to create a routine that's right for you. It's customized for you. So you have to understand we all have bad days. We get sick, we get ill, we're burnout symptoms, and we're going all the time. In my case right now, detox. Have a full day of work to do, you have clients, there's all sorts of things that we need to do, but we need to keep on going. Where most people see that, what they do is they will either check out and they go into bed rest. Like, I just have to lay down, I just want to do that. And they allow things to pile up, which then they now start and they fall behind. So they now have to rush when they feel better, which then is going to create the same cycle all over again. They turn out the world and they start to insulate themselves and they start to shame themselves inside when they feel bad, that I'm supposed to be better than this, and that is not okay as well. Or the last one that I see all the time is the muscle through it. I'm just gonna push it. I'm just gonna put your head down and you're gonna push through it. And what happens is they keep on going, making themselves worse. So these 3 things that I'm going to tell you is something that I do, and I teach all of my clients and my students this to get them to make it through the day without wrecking themselves. So it's threefold. One of them is they all stack upon each other. One is something called one breath, one step, one action at a time. So you have to really start learning, and when you're down and you feel some type of way, you have to learn how to stop the world for a second. So in that moment, you're going to focus on your first breath, right? Then you're going to focus on your next action step, right? And then you're going to do that action step. And that's the 6th cycle that's going to happen over and over again. So you're going to take one breath, one step, one action at a time. And you're going to consistently focus on that. One step, one breath, one step, one action at a time. And it's literally, if I needed to go check on my dog that's happening right now, I'm going to focus on how am I breathing first? Am I breathing in my chest, my nose? Like, how is it all happening? And then what is my next step, my action? I have to make it upstairs. And then it's one action at a time, and that's it. You're going to go and do what you need to do. That needs to happen for everything that you do, because as soon as you start to try to multitask and do multiple things at once, you start burning energy that you do not have. So one breath, one step, one action at a time. That's number 1. That's going to come in handy for you to stay focused even when you do feel good. This will keep you focused and keep you productive. Number 2. The second thing that you need to do is understand you have to slow down everything. Think sloth, right? Every action that you do needs to be deliberate, slow, understanding that you're going to use the least amount of muscle tissue as possible to do everything that you do. Also, slowing down your breathing cadence. So in your one breath, one step, one action at a time, your breath needs to have a 2-to-1 ratio. So breathing in is a certain pace. Breathing out is twice as long. So some people do 2-8 breathing. All doesn't really matter what's the cadence of it, as long as you keep that cadence consistent, but it's always a 1-to-2 ratio. So the amount in, you blow out twice as long. So think sloth, number 2. What that's going to do now is bring your energy load down and bring you back into a focus state, right? Number 3 is you want to fuel yourself. You really need to learn how to fuel yourself where you're in this state. If your body is low energy, it doesn't have the digestive fire as well as the ability to digest. So eating heavier based foods, burgers, things like that, because they have more sustenance, actually will hurt you rather than help you. You now need to start cooking things down a little bit and eat lighter foods. And what that's going to do is start to fuel your body faster, giving you more nutrients that you can utilize in this dire state that you need to do now. So you want to think lighter foods, but also partially cooked. Think things like cooked veggies, like if you're going to steam your veggies or things like that will give you a lot more nutrients. Stewed apples is a really good one, especially for the wintertime, because it starts to bring in a lot more nutrients that's already partially digested for you. Think things like that. And then the last thing is teas. Teas is my go-to. I actually have a tea that I have a recipe for that I tell everyone to start making in the beginning of the winter, because it actually has ginger that warms you up, turmeric that is a high antioxidant, and black pepper. There's all different things in it, but you want to start leaning more towards teas. You want to start doing things that's going to now hydrate you, but also keep you warm. The reason why your body temperature rises during an illness, during anything, is because your body wants to generate enough heat to make it not a happy environment for microbiomes, for germs, and for viruses. So you want to keep your temperature relatively high, especially when you're in an illness state. Or in my case, I'm detoxing, so my energy is low, so I am absolutely freezing. So I'm wearing my long johns. I'm wearing all the things that's going to keep me warm, hat, all these different things, because I know my body's having a hard time regulating that temperature. You have to help your body, feed your body. And as you start to do that more and more, you're going to realize every step that you take is one step closer to you making it easy for you. That is the key. Making it easy for you to make it through your day, rather than checking out and not doing the things that's right for you. Because what's going to happen is you'll feel better because you take the bed rest. You'll feel better when you do, when you check out and you start looking into yourself. But what happens afterwards, that's when you have to now haul ass. You're going to have to pick up the pace. You're going to have to do so much. And it doesn't work on the trail end. Doing it this way, where you're still making it through your day and working slowly, you're still getting things done and still being present. Because as you know, as high performers like we are, we have to keep on going. People depend on us. We need to be there. But we're also not going to have Superman syndrome. We know when to ask for help. And that's why we become, inside the Freedom Mastery experience, the misled person that does all the things. Like, they check out. They don't pay attention to anyone. They just focus on isolating themselves at the times, into this place where you become this intuitive person, because you understand what's happening, and you become an elite performer, because now you always are performing at the top of your game, because you know you'll still perform just at a lower level. So if you need more help understanding about what you need to do to make yourself make it through your hard days with a customized plan, holla at me. I'm gonna help you out.